Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Hector with Meistergram, and in this video I'm going to show you how to solve a trimming issue on the GEM 1502, 1504, 1506, and 1508 embroidery machines. If your embroidery machine is not trimming or is breaking needles during the trim cycle, we'll need to check a few things to get the machine back to working order. You'll need to start by removing the needle plates on the rotary hook bases. Once you remove the needle plate, locate the movable knife. The movable knife normally sits under the fixed knife during the stop position. If you open your needle plate and your movable knife is in an open position, such as the one shown here, you'll need to close the knife simply by pushing on the movable knife until it reaches the furthest point below the movable knife. Make sure that the tip of the movable knife is somewhat exposed in front of the fixed knife. This will ensure that you have the correct position on the movable knife. The next step, if you have a multi-head machine such as a 2, 4, 6, or 8-head machine, verify that all the movable knives are equal in position, which means all the movable knives should be closed at this point that we have this knife closed. Verify by looking at the one next to it, making sure that the positions of the knives have not changed. If you have one or more knives that have different positions, you will need to make position adjustment to the machine. Go to the back of the machine and locate the cover where your trimming cam is located. On the Meistergram GEM series machine, the cover is located behind the last head. This is our cover here. We'll start by removing the 6 Phillips screws that are holding the plate down. Once you remove the screws, go ahead and take the lid off. You'll now see our trimming cam attached to our lower shaft, along with the stepper motor which engages the drive pin underneath the trim cam. We'll now show you the procedure on how to time this cam correctly. First, we'll locate our degree wheel as well as the bolt to be able to turn our main shaft. Locate this hole below the rotary hook base. Using a 4mm hex wrench, go ahead and insert the wrench into the hex screw inside of the hole. Once inserted, break the screw loose by turning it over counterclockwise. You'll notice that now the movable knife for that arm base will be disconnected from the rest of the trimming system. Close the movable knife and find the correct position as shown here. Then lock the screw back into place. To verify that the adjustment on the movable knife is correct, go to your control panel and locate the manual trim key. Confirm and allow the machine to perform a trim cycle. If after performing the trim cycle, the movable knife closes back to the set position, then your adjustment has been done correctly. If you have more than one movable knife that needs adjustment, do them one at a time. Next, we'll take a 6mm hex wrench and we'll insert it into the lower bolt, and we will turn counterclockwise in order to turn our degree shaft. With the trim cam loose, we'll go ahead and rotate our main shaft, looking for the trim cam position degree. This degree is 288 degrees, and you'll notice there's a red line on your degree wheel right on the 288. Set the dial to 288 degrees as shown here. Now that the degree wheel is on 288 degrees, we'll set our cam. In order to set the cams, we'll use the 2 set screws as indicators. We'll need one set screw facing us directly, while the one in front needs to face up at 12 o'clock. We can take our 4mm hex wrench and simply turn the cam over to the top. And now we have our set screw facing 12 o'clock while the one behind it is facing us, At this point, we can go ahead and lock that top set screw. We will move the degree shaft over a few degrees to line up our second screw. And we will now go ahead and lock that second screw in place. Finally, go back to your degree wheel and turn it back to 100 degrees. Before replacing the covers, we encourage to do a few test trims to make sure the cam's exactly where it needs to be. Power your machine on. And perform a manual trim. A lot of the times trimming problems can come from something as simple as a bird's nest that was built up underneath of the rotary hook, or it can get a little bit more complex, like adjusting the fixed and movable knives, such as what we just showed you earlier. But if you're having an issue with the trimming cycle and you have noises and you just can't get the machine to trim properly after performing these procedures we just spoke about, it's possible that you'll need to reset the trim cam on the back of the machine. We'll show you that next. Using the 6mm hex wrench while turning the main shaft counterclockwise, we will look for the two set screws that hold the trim cam onto the lower shaft. Once you've located the first set screw using a 4mm hex wrench, break the screw loose. Continue turning the cam until you find the second screw. Break the second screw loose. You will now notice your trimming cam is free. That concludes how to adjust the trimming system on the GEM 1502, 1504, 1506, or 1508 embroidery machines. We hope you found the video useful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit like if you like what you saw, and tune in to us for more videos. See ya. Bye.